So that's about $3 worth of mascara right there. I just happened to go to the customer reviews. The first customer review is, why? Hi. Hello. Welcome. It's Kendall here. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're not new around here, what is up, home skillet biscuit? And I am angry. So I asked on Twitter what you guys wanted me to review for today. And pretty much everybody was like, Kendall, what is up with some $70 mascara you were talking about? Yeah, it's a $70 mascara. I don't know what I'm hoping, because there's nothing it can do. It's nothing it can do that would be worth $70. This is the Neogen Code9 Extra Volume Curl Metal Mascara. From what I understand, this is supposed to be a metal mascara, like free of bristles. I don't know what that's particularly good for, but it's free of bristles. And it looks like this. Real extra, real weighty. Like you could hurt somebody with this. This is either a dupe of the Hourglass mascara, which looks very, very similar to this, but it's $150. So it's a steal. But I don't know if this one came out first or if that one came out first. I have no idea. But so like I said, on the Neogen website, it retails for $70. And it currently has a whopping 2 out of 5 stars. I know why. Because whatever it is, it's like it's not worth literally 10 times what you spend on your day-to-day mascara. It's just like, why? But let's read up on what's supposed to be so great about this.
An innovative metal mascara that uses a metal brush bristle to evenly coat your lashes strand by strand for an ultimate long-lasting lift and all-day dull-like lashes. This innovative no-brush type mascara is designed to coat and build every single lash, even on the bottom and the inner corners of your eyes. Its light and hydrating formula smoothly glides on yours. What? On yours to volumize, lengthen, and curl all lashes without smudging, clumping, and smearing. With one swipe, this mascara, there needs to be a comma there, sweetie. Standing strong against water, sebum, and sweat.
33 hours. I don't want my mascara on for 33 hours at all. That sounds terrible, but okay. I just happened to go to the customer reviews. The first customer review is, why? So let's zoom in and take a closer look at this whole mascara situation. So this is what the mascara looks like. I feel like I shouldn't be holding it with my nails not done. Like, I just feel like when stuff costs this much, you need to honor it. And I have like makeup in my nails. That's kind of gross. Applicator. It has like little ridges where the mascara kind of like coats inside, but there's no bristles. Which, you know, it's kind of interesting. I guess this is what they meant by keeping it sanitary. You could wipe it off, but that just seems like a waste of money. Well, granted, you bought a $70 mascara, like you weren't pinching pennies, or you're just not very good with money. I mean, it didn't explicitly say that it's a waterproof mascara, but it did say like it can stand strong against water. I don't know if that means it's water resistant or actually waterproof. We'll test that in a second. First off, I will say I like holding this. This feels very like ergonomically satisfying. 38 cents, 45 cents, 60 cents. So that's about $3 worth of mascara right there. It looks nice. It don't look $70 nice. If you are a wiggler, this will be a little counterintuitive because you can't really do a whole lot of wiggling. Or maybe you can. You can't like use the tip of it to get at the edge of your, get the end of your lashes. So yeah, I don't nick like in here, but I'm gonna nick all over here, which is kind of annoying. So that's what like, I guess 2 coats is, like a coat and a half. My lashes do look hella curled. Like they look really, really high. But I have naturally curly hair, so my lashes aren't particularly straight anyway, but they're very lifted. Particularly if you have straight lashes, if just the mascara itself curls your lashes, that's kind of cool. Again, is it $70 cool? That's for you to decide. I am seeing a lot of length and fullness at the base. Is it $70 length and fullness? Basically, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I'm biased simply because of the price. There's nothing that's gonna make me feel like this is worth the splurge. So far, it's a pretty good mascara though. This is what I'm looking at. Does that look like $70 worth of mascara to you? This is a pretty like setup though, like the inkwell type thing. Really aesthetically pleasing. At this point, this is just gonna be something that I put in the back as like an ornament. Okay, applying on the lower lashes. So far, so good. It's a little hard to do it on the lower lashes simply because I'm used to doing my lower lashes by having like a brush to wiggle like that. And I guess you could do that with this, but it's not really depositing any product by doing that. So that's one eye. Do I think it looks more awake and open? Yes. More so than any other mascara that I've ever used. Probably I'd have to curl my lashes to make it look like this, but you know, that $1 e.l.f. curler I would buy versus, you know, the $70. Think I'd rather take the extra step. But. Okay, second eye. Like, I like to use my mascara vertically, and it's so hard, actually impossible to do that with this. Mascara itself is just, oh, it's a mascara. I still like my other Korean mascaras a lot. I still like other American mascaras a lot. Prior to this, the most expensive mascara I owned was one from MAC, and it was $24, and I just feel like mascaras don't need to cost that much. It don't need to cost $24. Like, mascaras are something you pay, if you paying more than $10 for it, it's just like, why? Even $10 is like, what is it supposed to do? Is it supposed to cure my gout? Does it carry my number to Namjoon like a carrier pigeon? Like, what does it do? Again, this is giving me that kind of like doll-like look, but like my Etude House Curl Fix mascara does something very similar. That bad boy is, I want to say like $9. And I feel like that mascara is just quicker and easier to use. I feel like I have to be very meticulous about using this. I'm just so mad. I'm just so mad right now. I'm actually like, why would you even make this? Because stupid people like me will get it. So here's what we're looking like. It is pretty like eye enlarging. Like, it really opened my lashes. Like open my eyes like that. Just let it dry for a bit and then try to wipe it off, and we'll see how easy it comes off. Because I'm not about to wear this for 33 hours. It still feels like nice and flexible. It doesn't feel hard or anything, which is nice. It says it's resistant to water, but at the same time, it'll just wipe off with water. And then the reviews are like, no, that's a lie. So let's see. So I'm just gonna spray right in my eye some water. We're gonna see what happens. That was comfortable. What are we looking like if I squeeze my eye really tight? It's not running. Things I do for the internet. Ooh, child. She on there. She on there good. Oh, hell. That's good. That's also bad. This is gonna be forever to take off. After like patting my eye, I am noticing like some flaking coming off now. So I wouldn't call it super waterproof because I am like flaking, but when you start to like play at it, it'll flake. So if you do get caught in the rain or you get water in your face, the mascara is not gonna run, but it's gonna flake. So if you're a contact wearer, it might get in your eye. That's a little annoying, but yeah. And if I feel my lashes, they feel a lot more brittle now. I don't know. I just expect this to change my life. It should change my world. It should come off easy when I want it. It should not come off easy when I don't want it. It should read my mind. It should tell me all my problems. If you got daddy issues, it should solve that. Next, we're gonna test how easy it is to come off. Like, I want it to come off. I want it to be off in my face. Let's see. I'm gonna try with a no wash cleansing water. This is from Peri Pera. I wouldn't consider this to be like a super strong makeup remover, so we'll see. Yep, I don't know if you can see, but the way it's coming off, it's not smearing, it's just like flaking off my eye. It wasn't actually that hard to take off at all. So yeah, after like wiping off this side, like there's pretty much nothing, there's pretty much nothing on this side, just a little bit left. And this has like basically 2 coats on. This ain't enough of a difference to care. So overall, would I think this is worth spending your money on? Obviously no. Don't spend your money on this. Like, don't buy this. Unless you just want it as a cute little statue type thing in the back, which I probably will. Oh, it gives us some height with the other gold stuff. You can't even see it. But yeah, it's really not worth the money. If you want to just be bougie, I feel like it's very similar to like, when luxury brands come out with makeup like Burberry, Louis Vuitton. Like, what do you, like the makeup isn't that good, but they're stylish. Like they look real nice. They're very stylized and pretty, and they're kind of unique. So people still buy it anyway for some exceedingly expensive price, even though the product isn't that great. So that's all for this video. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Follow me on my social media, that is Instagram, Twitter, both of which are KennieJD. And if you watch this long, you might as well subscribe. That should be somewhere around there. And I'll see you guys next time.